Hi everyone, this is Ravi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is our lesson 6 on test project automation tool concepts. So in my previous sessions, like lesson until lesson 5, I've covered very important topics like automating a web application, and then how can we automate the mobile applications by using native apps, right? And then how can we install test project automation tool, all these concepts. I would suggest you guys to please do visit those lessons before you watch this particular session. Okay, so in this session, in this lesson 6, I'm going to cover very important topics like a parallel testing, and how can we perform cross browser testing, and how can we perform cross platform testing by using test project automation tool. Okay, please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon. You'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos on these concepts. Thank you. So here is our agenda for today's session. So I'm going to teach you how to perform cross platform testing by using test project automation tool. So what do you mean by cross platform testing? So basically, if you want to execute your automated test scripts in different systems with different environments, for example Windows system, Mac machine, or virtual machine, or in VDIs, right? So you will be executing the test scripts in different platforms or different systems by using test project automation tool. So okay, how can we perform that? I'm going to show you in this session. And also cross browser testing. So if you want to execute your automation test scripts in multiple browsers like IE, Edge, Chrome, Firefox, right? So how can you execute all the scripts in multiple browsers at a time, right? So that I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna teach you how to configure those kind of cross browser testing configurations. Okay, and also I'm going to teach you how to perform parallel browser testing. That means you can perform multi browser or cross browser testing in series or in parallel, right? That means when I execute test scripts in multiple browsers, the test case execution starts at same time in all browsers together, so which saves lot of time in the execution. So how can we perform that? So I'm gonna walk you through an example. I'm gonna show you practically how to perform parallel browser testing by using test project automation tool. It's really very easy. It's not like you are doing your parallel testing by using TestNG framework or Selenium frameworks, right? It's not that difficult. It's very easy. Stay tuned. Let's jump onto our system and then show you all these concepts one by one by using examples. Okay, so I'm back onto my system, right? So before I explain about cross platform, cross browser, and then parallel testing, let's let's automate a very simple scenario. Okay, here first, so that you will understand from the beginning to end. Okay, so let's create a new test. So I have already explained you how to perform web application automation in my previous videos. I would suggest you guys to please do visit those videos before you watching this session. Okay, so let's select a web application and click next, and then provide this as a free test project, or let's do the parallel cross browser testing, cross browser parallel testing tests. Okay, and then click next, and then select the application. So let's see. Okay, so I want to add a new application here. Okay, free test project application. I want to use this application to automate the functionality. Okay, and click on done. So as soon as you click on done, so uh, the website, whatever the URL we provide, that has been selected, and click on next. And then now click on record option and start recording. So let's start recording. We are going to automate very simple test case to understand all these concepts. Okay, it's going to open the website. So it's opened the website, and along with the website, as I told you earlier, it also gonna open your recording wizard. Okay, still working. Okay, so it's opened the recording wizard as well. Okay, so now let's enter your first name here. Okay, and then let's enter some password here, and then click on login, and then validate this invalid username. Basically, I have provided the invalid credentials. So how to perform validation, you know, right? So you just scroll on this particular message and double shift, and then select validation and contain text. Okay, so it's automatically taken the contain text password is invalid. Okay, I'm validating whether the error message has a text called password is invalid. Okay, so and then I think that's it, and then let's close the application. So before closing the application, I want to delete these steps. I don't want to scroll down, right? And then I think that's good. So then close the application. As soon as you close the application, it saves your test. Okay, so let's run this test once and then make sure that it works fine. Okay, before we start um, learning about cross browser testing, right, and then parallel testing. Okay, just run this. Select Chrome for this time. Okay, and then click next and run. So now it's gonna open the Chrome browser and then run the test whatever we recorded. Okay, so it's opened the Chrome browser. It's entering the full name, password, and then pass. Okay, it's validated the message. So the test is passed. So how to look for the reports, I already explained in my previous video. Please do visit the previous video. Okay, so now let's create a job now. Okay, let me create a new job for web and click next. Parallel tests. Okay, I'm just naming it as parallel tests. Okay, and click on next, and then for now you select Chrome, click on next, and then restart browser before each test. Okay, and then create. I've created a job now. Okay, so here when I am creating a job, let me explain one thing. Okay, I have selected a agent which is my Windows agent. I have two agents. Okay, so this is my Windows 10 system, and I have another virtual machine. So this is my another virtual machine. Okay, this is my another virtual machine which has a Windows itself, but this is another virtual machine. That means the agent I have installed on one virtual machine, and also I have installed agent on my main machine. Okay, so I have explained you how to basically how to install agents in your multiple machines. Okay, in my previous videos. Okay, you can just visit that. For now, I'm selecting Windows machine. Okay, so for this job, I have selected Windows machine. Okay, let me create another job. Go to web and then parallel tests. I'll name it as virtual machine here. Okay, click next, and now this time select the virtual machine agent. Okay, I'm selecting the agent which is in the virtual machine, and let me select edge this time. Okay, click next, restart browser before each test and create. So now I have two different jobs, right? And I have configured two different jobs in two different agents. One is virtual machine agent and another one is the main machine agent. Okay. So now whatever the test that we automated, let's drag and drop into these two jobs. Okay. I'm dragging and dropping into two jobs that we created just now. Okay. So let me drag and drop here. Okay. So this is my first test, and then let me drag. Something is happening here. Okay. Okay. So now we dragged and dropped the same test into two different jobs. Okay. First, let me run my first job, which is actually runs in my main Windows machine, right? As I told you, this job has an agent of my Windows machine, the main Windows machine. See this. Okay, right? Now let's run this job. Okay, click on run. Now this job should open a browser in my main Windows machine and run the test. Okay, it started running. If you see here, yeah. So now it opened the Chrome browser in my machine, and then it's gonna execute the test case. Right? Done. Now let's run the other job. Okay, so the job that we created for my virtual machine. Okay, so now let's run this job and then go to our virtual machine and see here if the Chrome browser opens in my virtual machine or not. Okay, the job should open the Chrome browser in my virtual machine. So I'm just waiting for the, yeah, if you see, sorry, it opened Edge because we selected Edge browser for my virtual machine. If you see, the tests are running in my virtual machine now, right? So it enters the username, it enters the password, click on login and validate it. It's done. So that means I am running the job in a remote machine which is not in front of me, right? So if you see here, these two tests are passed, correct? So this is what called the cross browser testing. That means I can keep all the automation scripts run in my different machines. Let's assume you have a requirement of automating 50 smoke tests, and then you need to run these 50 smoke tests in Windows machine, in Mac machine, and in virtual machine. So basically you can run the jobs so that all your 50 smoke tests runs in different platforms. So that is what called as cross platform testing. Now, so we have covered cross platform testing. Now cross browser testing. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's take the job that we have created, parallel tests for my main Windows machine. Okay, let's edit this. Click on edit and then go to next button. Here now I want to test in Chrome, Edge and Firefox. I want to test the same test case automation test, I want to run that in three different browsers. Okay, and then that's why I've selected three different browsers. Click on next, and here I want to perform this in serial model series. Basically I want to perform this in series, not in parallel. Okay, and save. So once you save, now if I run this job, the test case execution should happen in three different browsers in series. Okay, let's run this and then see what happens. So when I run this, I can go to show monitor also. So where I can monitor, if you see here, I have three different browsers here. It is preparing test. Now it should open your Chrome browser first, right? And then it should open Edge browser. So if you see here, the Chrome browser is opened. It performs the test. Done. Now it should open your Edge browser. So if you see, the Edge browser is opened and it performs the test. So done. And now it opens a Firefox. So if you see, it is opening a Firefox. So it's opened your Firefox and then done, close. So if you go back to project, now the test case execution is done. If you go back to project, now if you see your test results, so let's go back here. If I want to go to the reports and see my parallel tests, and I want to see my latest execution. If you see here, I can see this test case executed in three different browsers. Chrome, this is Chrome, this is Edge, this is Firefox, right? If I click on Chrome, it took 6 seconds. If I click on Edge browser, it took 10 seconds. If I click on Firefox, it took 6 seconds. So that means Chrome is faster than your Edge browser, and Firefox is almost similar with your Chrome, but little slower. Okay, so you can validate all your results in different browsers this way. Okay, now let's go back to project again. So what if, because I am executing all the test cases in different browsers in series, it takes almost like 6 seconds. Now the entire test is taking uh, almost like 12 or sorry 20 seconds. Now I want to perform these in series, sorry, in parallel. Okay, click on this three dots and click on edit. Now I want to perform parallel testing. So what should I do? I select my agent, Windows agent, and then I select let me select three browsers. Okay, okay, sorry, where I'm testing. Okay, this one, we need to select this one. I've selected the wrong one. Okay, let's select this, edit, and go to next. And here select your agent and then select three different browsers and click next. And here this time I would like to select parallel, and then I would like to run browsers in parallel and restart the browser before each test and save it. Now let's run our parallel test job. Okay, let's run this. Now this run should open all three browsers at a time. Okay, go to show monitor. So this is your parallel testing. It should open all three browsers. Just observe the bottom tab. Okay, yeah, so it's going to open all the three browsers. Okay, yeah, see, if you see, it opened Firefox, it opened your Chrome browser, I'm just checking for each IE. See, if you see IE also opened, right? All three of them. It completed execution in Chrome, and it started execution in IE. It's almost finishing in the IE, and Firefox is taking time. So this is your Firefox. It's done. So that means all three browsers execution has been done. So now let's go back to project and then see, go here and see the reports. I want to see the reports now. If you see the reports here, all three of the execution, it took 1 minute 9 seconds. Let's see what happened previous one. Okay, it's almost took the similar, but one thing is it's opened all three of them at a time. Okay, so if you see here, 10 minutes, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 7 seconds, right? So now this way you can perform your parallel testing. So let's go back to our project again. So let me do one thing. So I want to set this parallel testing in my virtual machine also. Okay, just go to more options, click on edit, click next, and now I want to select all two, let's say Chrome and Edge in my virtual machine. Okay, and then click next. Now I want to perform parallel testing, right? And click on save. So now what I'll do, I'm gonna basically execute this test in all three browsers in my main Windows machine, and also Firefox, all three browsers in my virtual machine as well. Okay, so now let's trigger your parallel tests. So let me trigger this one, and then let me trigger my virtual machine also. Okay, I'm running all of them. So now if you see, my main machine should start testing, start, and my virtual machine also should start. Test should start in my virtual machine. In virtual machine it's not yet started. In my main machine also it's not yet started. So it's starting now, it's still running. Let's see in our virtual machine, it's not yet started. So if you see here, it started in my main machine. Let's go back to virtual machine also. Okay, let's see, in main machine it's actually execution is getting done. So this is your Firefox, I think, Edge, and then your Firefox also done. Let's see what happens. See, if you see, now the second job started in my virtual machine. If you see, this is my virtual machine, right? This is my virtual machine. Second job started, and then it's executing in Internet Explorer, and then it's going to execute in my Chrome browser as well. Okay, so basically you can perform cross browser testing and cross platform testing very easily by using TestProject. So hope you all understand how easy it is to set up your cross platform, cross browser, parallel and series testings by using TestProject. It's really important, guys, and it's very powerful option that has given by our TestProject automation tool. If you have any queries, please do provide your comments in comment box. I'll try to answer your queries. Okay, please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon. You'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos on these concepts. Thank you.